Public comment? Scotty, I commend you for trying to make that happen. So,
Sir, you got 3 minutes.
all right. As you know, our governor is not shy about issuing orders and mandates. And you all made it clear during the last meeting that your hands are tied when it comes to resisting any order from Baton Rouge, no matter how intrusive or unconstitutional. Over the last few weeks, we've seen mandates in California and New York requiring school employees and students as young as 5 years old take the COVID shot or be subject to constant testing. If employees decline the shot or the constant testing, they're faced with the possibility of unemployment. And if students don't submit to the shot or the constant testing, they are denied an education. During the last few weeks, we've also seen employees and business leaders reject the vaccine mandate. I'm sure you've all seen the lawsuit filed by the employees of Ochsner Health and the recent statement from the Delta Airlines CEO who said he would not enforce a vaccine mandate on his employees. I feel it's important that we get this on the record right now so that parents and school system employees can make plans for the future. Will any of you go on record today that when the vaccine and testing mandates hit Ouachita Parish, you will stand for medical freedom and vote against enforcing those mandates? And when I say vote against, I don't mean saying we wish we could, but our hands are tied. I mean going on record and voting against the enforcement of those mandates. That was a question, and your silence tells me that everyone employed by Ouachita Parish School System who does not want to subject themselves to this vaccine may need to be looking for another job.
My question is, does that pertain to the agenda? I've already said what I would do. So
Yeah.
that's
not on the agenda.
I'm just asking about the agenda.
This is regarding COVID.
Not the quarantine.
Okay, well, your silence speaks volumes. So anyone employed by Ouachita Parish School System should be probably thinking about their future.
Any more comments from the audience?
All right. Yeah.
You got 3 minutes, sir.
Thank you, sir. School board members, thank you for giving me a few minutes of your time. My name is Byron McCoy. I approach you today as an unbiased parent. I started homeschooling my kids 3 years ago for totally different reasons. So I'm not here for them, but I'm here representing every single child in Ouachita Parish School System. The ones that you've masked and the ones you've taken away their ability to breathe and speak. You opened this meeting with a prayer, which is amazing. And you see, I've been in prayer for you, Dr. Coker, and also for you, Mr. Geis, because I'm proud you guys stood firm on your faith while the enemy attacks. All because we got to witness 10 young men being born again. So I stand before you today to let each and every one of you know God put you in this place where you are today for a reason. He's prepared you for this moment right here in time. And it's time we get comfortable with getting uncomfortable. You see, the greatest man to ever walk this earth said, "But whoso shall offend one of these little ones who believeth in me, it'd be better for him that a millstone were hanged around his neck and that he were drowned in the depth of the sea." But don't take my word for it. Read it yourselves. It's in Matthew 18:6 in the red letters. Scotty, I read the article in the newspaper where you stated your hands were tied. And I know Attorney John Geis told everybody at the last meeting that the school board and the parents' hands were tied. But I don't see any rope and I don't see any handcuffs. So let's stop being dramatic and let's be proactive. You can stop paying that attorney to stand here and tell you you can't do anything, and you can send him to Baton Rouge and start fighting for our kids' rights, because you know what's next. Forced vaccinations. 24,000 children got forced to vax at a stadium, and 2 of those kids died immediately. So statistically speaking, if we allow that to happen here in Ouachita Parish, you're going to murder a child. Scotty, I know you got young ones. I've umpired them. And I know a lot of you got grandkids. And I know that falls down to the homeschool kids. And if we add the Monroe City school kids, now we're talking about 3 kids, statistically speaking, that we will allow to be murdered. And that's not counting all the adverse reactions. VAERS reported over 775,000. UK's reported over 1.2 million. And let me tell you what's not being reported in the news. The 18,000 deaths, 9,000 cases of Bell palsy, 24,000 heart attacks, 36,000 cases of myocarditis, and 40,000 people permanently disabled. So I stand before you as a brother in Christ telling you, you have got to stop the madness because it's coming.
Thank you.
Good afternoon,
Good afternoon.
gentlemen, ma'am.
You got 3 minutes, sir.
Yes, sir. We stood in here on September 14th, and we listened to Mr. John Geis tell the school board that they had no opportunity to reject these mandates, and that if you would lose your insurance, okay? That was a blatant lie. We've got the Chubb exclusion virus, bacteria, or microorganism that induces physical distress, illness, or disease. This right here is from your insurance provider, okay? This is an exclusion. This policy is amended at Section C, exclusions, by adding the following exclusion. The insurance under any coverage part of this policy does not apply to any liability, loss, damage, injury, cost, expense of any nature whatsoever caused by or arising out of, related to, resulting from, directly or indirectly, in whole or part. 1. A. Any pathogen, virus, bacteria, or any microorganism. He sat up here and lied to you guys. They have excluded themselves from this. A waiver should be made available to every student in this school district, in this parish. Okay? You do it for football. Has the school ever been held liable for a student that has had parents that signed a waiver for them to get hurt? Have you guys ever been sued for any school for any kid getting a virus? You can't prove where this virus is coming from. Okay? Your hands aren't tied. You have an opportunity to do something. You have an opportunity to stand up for freedom and stand up for these kids' health. I hope you do the right thing.
Thank you.